when I was in the military and, training for Force Recon, going over to MARSOC and becoming a Raider, you are constantly having to, it's like one selection process after the other, and you're constantly having to put yourself in this uncomfortable environment and thrive, which makes you like hard. It makes you have grit, and those that succeed have those sort of things, and it makes you tough and all that. Well, then you get out and you get into the civilian world, and then those things aren't really necessary. There's not a life selection process. This is the reason why people end up becoming complacent and gaining weight and not moving forward in their life, because they don't have to. You can just kind of float through life. And I've always tried to find something that's going to push me and find something that's going to challenge me and make me uncomfortable. Well, as years have gone on, and as I've gotten more successful in my business, and as my circle has gotten smaller, there's less in my world that makes me uncomfortable. And before I was doing CrossFit competitions, and I went to climb Rainier, and I just found myself after that was like 16, 17. So for a couple years, I was just so focused on my business, and to me, that's not uncomfortable. For me, focusing on growing a business, and the fear of something or fear of losing, like that, I don't have that anymore, because I've already failed so much that I know what not to do now. So now it's just putting the work in. But there wasn't anything that I was physically uncomfortable. So after we recovered from me coming off HRT and us doing the IVF process, it's okay, when I get back at it and I get healthy again, I'm gonna go start doing jiu-jitsu. It's something I've always wanted to do. And so I found this place down in Hampstead, and I walked in, and it was a night class, and I introduced myself. All right, here's the thing. And they were like, yeah, here's the time, show up. So they said, okay, the class is 6 a.m. class, show up, and so I did. I didn't have anything. I didn't have a key. I didn't have anything. And man, that first morning, I'm like doing, sipping my water in the truck. You don't know anybody. I'm 30 something. I'm 38 years old, and I'm sitting in this parking lot, and I've got like first day of school jitters. Like I'm like nervous for the first time. And I don't get nervous, right? Because I keep a small circle, and my daily routine is my team and my family, and so there's no reason for me to get nervous in a normal day. But you need that uneasiness, you need that nervousness, you need that something because that means you're pushing something forward. So here I am sitting, and you're literally about to walk into a room to get an ass beating. So I'm sitting outside going, oh man, it's like it's like a schoolyard at 3 o'clock. Little Timmy is going to take you out in the parking lot and beat your ass. This is going to happen, and you're walking into it. You're willingly walking into an ass beating. And so I did. You walk in the door, and you don't know shit. You don't know anybody, and they hammered me, man. A couple of the guys specifically, they just hammered me, and I liked it. And being from the community I'm from, you get this like weird, twisted, sick thing with like pain. And I think it's because you have to be comfortable with pain. And you have to get used to laughing in this misery and being miserable and cold, wet, and tired and hungry, and patrolling through mountains and just being absolutely like just in the worst environments, whether it be in the desert or the jungles or whatever, but it's always the worst. It's always the worst environments. And you have to find some peace in that. So we would it would be some of the worst environments ever, and we would just be giggling, going, oh, this sucks. And that's what this is. It's like, these guys were, they were hammering me and slamming me on the ground and choking me out, and I would just kind of laugh and be like, well, that was fucking awesome. And they just kind of, some of these are civilian guys, and they just kind of look at me like, what's wrong with this guy? And I just kept coming back, and I kept coming back, and you keep coming back, and eventually it changes. And It's growth. And that uncomfortableness that you feel is constant growth. And anytime you stop feeling that nervousness, you stop feeling the like, yeah, I'm gonna get my ass kicked today, then you're complacent in life. You're stuck. That means you're not moving forward, because the only time you're moving forward is when you're in the unknown. You're moving forward into something. You're outside of your comfort zone. You've pushed forward past the furthest limit you've ever been. So now you're in the unknown. You don't know what's ahead of you. You don't know what's in your left and right of you. That means you're growing. I needed something that was going to push me, something that was going to make me uncomfortable and make me grow, not just physically, but mentally. But yeah, get uncomfortable. That's where change and growth happens. In that little sweet spot of misery.